this has to change.
It is bad given how many blocks there is to do. I said on our Discord, there's a case of careful what you wish for. I've said it quite a few times this cycle of the game, where last year a lot of people complained cards were too easy to obtain, like straight away, too cheap, not special enough. So then EA's went, well, watch this.
Hello, foodies, and welcome back to Foot in Review, episode 737. My name is John. I'll be your host today, and we are so back. We are back from Crete. The whole team joined me there. We had some amazing fun. We'll definitely talk about that. On tonight's show, we'll talk the ultimate team of the season. We talk about legends retiring for their club, and we're talking about a certain legendary host that might be retiring from this show. Also, lots of housekeeping and lots to discuss. So I'm going to cut to the chase by saying hello to the man wearing orange. Well, I think he actually has a pink kit, but we'll talk about that later. Welcome back, Graham.
Thanks for having me back, John.
It's good to have you back, my friend. We'll talk shortly. But with us on the Friday night recording, and he'll be joining far, far more often now that the infamous St. Johnson is back in the Premier League of Scotland, of course. Welcome back, John. How you doing, buddy?
I'm very, very good. Thanks, John. Thanks for having me. And yes, more Fridays for my dulcet tones on the podcast.
Awesome. It's good to have you back. And guys, talking about being back, we are back from Crete. And both of you hosted a podcast on location with a crowd. Let me start with you, John. How was that?
Very, very nervous. And thankfully, your editing skills are amazing. Because at the very end, it was like, oh, whoa. So, yes.
Didn't know that, though.
No. But actually, it was just a tiny wee bit at the very end. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. Really supportive crew around me. Yeah, brilliant. It was actually, but yeah, really nervous. So
great. Were you nervous as well for your podcasting hosting debut?
Yes, because then she decided to just spring it upon me that last minute. So a bit nerve-wracking because I never had any time to plan or prepare for it. But that is what it is.
Yeah, so to be fair, John knew one day ahead he was doing a podcast. So he had ample time to prepare. In the morning, I asked Marius, which was, of course, was our lovely host, to join me for a podcast. But I knew already that I wasn't going to do that interview. And I said after you guys did the first show, like, hey, yeah, great. By the way, you can just sit down because I'm not doing a show. You're doing the interview with Marius. Also, he's already here. Good luck. Enjoy.
Yep, that's
your face was comedy gold. But you did amazing, my friend. You truly did well. And you can check that off.
Yeah, I can check that off. Thank you very much.
It's good. We'll do far more. We'll talk about housekeeping in a little bit, but I want to start off saying, of course, we missed 2 shows because, hey, of the event. Everyone knew that was coming. But we won't miss any shows anymore. So we're definitely back. But first, I want to discuss the Crete event because you both have been there. You both brought your partners there. So first half, Crete in review, I'd say, right?
Yeah, brilliant.
John, you look much more tanned than before.
Thank you. It was warm.
It definitely was. So the Crete event itself, I know we talk about it a lot. It is 1 week of, well, it is actually holiday with friends, I guess, right? For me, it's proper work, honestly. So, but
it absolutely is. It's like-minded people, basically based off obviously this podcast, but like my wife Susan doesn't like football at all, doesn't like the FIFA game, the FC game. Yeah, she does now. But so from that point of view, but she comes along and has a really good time. So you're just doing great things with like-minded people, food, trips, drinking, quizzes, forced into podcasting. But actually, all really good stuff. And everybody just seems to really gel. You know, Johannes was lovely. Caden was back. Obviously, Lara, Chris, Graham, Rachel, yourself, Marius, Rena. It was just, fantastic. And the weather was gorgeous. The accommodation is great. The views are fantastic. I don't want to say there'll be nothing left for Graham to speak about in a minute, but yeah, brilliant
I've got some
trip.
questions for you. Don't you worry, Graham. Your Crete review week.
Brilliant. Same as last year. Just good company, good food, good time. That beautiful place to go. That Marius and his family are so accommodating, so wonderful. It is, like John said, it's just meeting up with people that are similarly interested. It's not all about playing FC. We only played it twice, the 2 tournaments. Other than that, we were hanging about, going for food, going about places, done some cool trips to places that generally, if we weren't there, I wouldn't have probably done, and they were so good. So it's just it was a great week.
It definitely was. John, was the most funniest thing that happened last week for you?
The funniest thing?
Or the most dramatic thing, if you want to go that way, that's fine for me as well.
Well, the most dramatic was Lara having to leave through not being well, so that wasn't ideal. For me, the traumatic thing of when you said we're doing a podcast tomorrow, I genuinely thought you were doing the podcast and I'd be doing this bit here just chatting, and that was not the case. So that was quite dramatic. But yeah, no, it was I wouldn't say it was anything that was super, in my eyes, super funny. It was just really nice, relaxed. Graham might have some funny story to tell. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no snakes in the pool this year, Graham. But most funniest
snakes.
thing that happened for you?
2 lizards chasing themselves by the pool was quite funny. Everybody's reaction in the car you driving was quite hilarious as well. But
please tell everyone about that experience.
For me, it was fine. I don't know what everybody was going on about, but a few people were very unsupportive of your driving skills, shall we say. So,
sorry, I'm going to put this into perspective, listeners, right? John, I think, has a professional driving license and can go really fast and is really confident. But when you don't know that and you're in the back of a minibus and the angles and the views are wrong and you don't drive on the correct side of the road and things like that, you do sit in the back going a wee bit.
Which was all right, but everyone started complaining once they got some wines in the evening.
So we're all complaining. Only one person complained.
Yeah, one person complained at dinner. Yeah, but a few people complained in the car, but it wasn't that bad.
I kept asking, "Are you guys all right?" So the story was, I wanted to rent a taxi, but because it was so busy, the taxi fees were actually up through the roof that day, because they're sort of flexible, right? So I called one of the guys I knew, and he was like, "Oh, you can get like a minivan for a couple of bucks. Just come pick it up and pay it later. It's fine. It's in front of the door. I'll leave the keys on the table. Just take the bus." I'm like, "Okay, I can drive. That's fine." Because I've driven in, I also have driven in Crete a lot, right? I've been there 6 times now or something. So I take the minivan, ram 7 people, I think, in. It was a perfect fit. I had to squeeze a little bit though. And I was sitting in front with Caden, and he's like, "I think they are like nervous in the back." So I asked, "Is everyone's all right?" "Yeah, everyone's all right." "Oh, okay, sure." Then Caden says, "You can drive 80 kilometers an hour here." Like, "Yeah, but I won't go faster than 60 or everyone in the back will start complaining." So I was actually going under the speed limit by far. And you guys still kept complaining. Anyways, we went to the snail farm, which was a good snail farm. It was really fun. And not necessarily the snails, because I think I was the only one eating snails. But the most fun thing was when we came there, the guy introduced himself. The guy is called Stavros. And he knew me. So, "Hi, John, how you doing?" "All right." "Is everyone from the Netherlands?" And I know they're from Scotland. And the first thing he said was, "Oh, I'm so sorry we beat you at football."
That's right, you did. You went 2-0.
So that was good fun as well. Now, it was a tremendous week. And talk about events, we'll be hosting more events. We'll hopefully be announcing the next one in, I think, going to be hosting it, I think, end of October, early November, something like that. It's usually the idea. We're doing everything we can to get another event in Crete going next year as well. And just to resume that, summarize that, I should say, is the deal was you can come, you buy your own ticket, and you stay at the hotel for free. So your bed and breakfast is totally taken care of. Almost no events or anything we do those days are mandatory. So even if you want to come, shake hands, then do your own thing on that island, sure, might not be as fun, because I do think we organize some cool things. But hey, feel free to do it. You can bring your partner, which this year everyone did, which was really cool. And I think they are returning as well next year. So going to be
Yeah.
fun. Very much looking forward to it. I came back though wearing shorts and a t-shirt and all that. Well, I came back at 6 degrees and like torrential rain, which was a little bit of a letdown on Saturday. Also weird walking to my car in the pouring rain in shorts. But hey, it's something you got to give, right? Also, what's up with boomers and airplanes? Can I talk about that for a second?
Go on.
So there's plenty of things that are like, and we'll talk about food in a moment. Don't worry, guys. But plenty of things I can annoy myself at the airplane. But I always sit in the front, right? Because then I have less trouble getting annoyed by people because there are not many people. There's no one in front of me, actually. So I sit in the front, and the guy behind me is like, "I think I'm gonna faint." And then he kept saying his wife, "I think I'm gonna faint." So I said, "Do I need to call like a steward or stewardess?" It's like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to faint." "Yeah, I know, but do you want me to like call someone for you, Because I know, or faint or shut up, basically. That was my two options I gave him. So he got like a Coke and like, "Oh, I'm already doing much better." We were up in the air for 5 minutes. He was like, "Can I get a white wine, please?"
Like he's thinking.
He did actually faint after 7 white wines or something, I think.
Oh.
But, oh my gosh. That was, or that you go to the the luggage belt, right? And everyone stands in the first 10 yards of the luggage belt to make sure they don't miss the luggage, which you can also just stand around the corner and just easily take your luggage off or wait for it. It is sometimes it is what it is. But the trip itself, absolutely lovely. Hope to do it next year again. Their videos are on YouTube, of course. They're short interviews by John and Graham. Go check them out. But before we go check them out, it's time to talk food, guys. It is Ultimate Team of the Season. I should have a whistle somewhere as well. I think this might be this one. Shall we talk Ultimate Team of the Season? There you go. I actually found a whistle as well. Graham, what to discuss about Ultimate Team of the Season, my friend?
What to discuss? I'm very excited for it, to be honest.
Are you or are you not?
Not really. This year seems a bit of a damp squid. The excitement level's just not there. A few cards missing that could have been in it, but we know it's always going to come at this time in the stage of the game, so hopefully packing Mbappe or someday soon, and that might cheer me up a bit.
Well, apparently he's on a boat, so I don't think you can actually pack him these days. But
maybe not.
Neil sent in a question. He says, when Ultimate Tots arrives, does Ultimate Tots make a mockery of the last 5 weeks of Tots? Or is it actually even required after 5 weeks worth of this? That's a fair question, no, John?
I think it probably is. If I'm honest, I've done all the SBCs and grinded, and I've got, if you look at the Ultimate Tots, right, and the starting 11 from Footbin, I have none of those players. You look at the top row on the rest of the squad, I don't have any of those players. You look at the row below, I don't have any of those players either. So
that's good for this week then.
So for me, there's a chance to get a better player. Realistically, I'm going to pull the right back that I've got from La Liga at 11,000 coins. But yes, this is a chance to try and get some of those players. But I've got, if you look at that whole men's Ultimate Tots, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 with that team. So for me, there's a really good chance to get an upgrade. Very late in the stage, but yeah.
It's actually a good week. So.
Yeah.
Graham, is it the same for you, or do you already have like a top tier team ready and doesn't care too much?
I don't have any of them, I don't think. I'm just double checking. Apart from Palestra and Bull, I don't think I've got any of the other cards that are actually in the Ultimate Tot. So, I've got, how do you pronounce the Man City right back again? Kasperai,
yeah.
Kasperai, I've got her as well.
Well done.
But, so, there's an opportunity to pack somebody that I've not packed.
She's also 60k though now, so.
Yeah. It's good for like that last chance to learn to pick a team of the season, pack a team of the season, or pick whatever way you're going to try and achieve them. Especially if you've been away like we have for a week. So I've not played the game for maybe nearly 14 days, 10 days. So
you played tournaments.
We did play tournaments, yep. very excessively for some of us. But
He won the
got-
tournament, John. So just congratulate him one more time. You won the tournament, Graham.
Do I have to? Do I have
he
to?
Actually,
He got the trophy. That's shocking. Shocking behaviour.
So if you look at the video podcast, you saw what he did there. But for the audio listeners, I'll try to summarize what happened here. I said he won the cup, and without actually thinking, he just lightning fast grabbed the actual cup and showed it in front of the camera. That was prepared, and I didn't even put it in the script, man.
I know. I was actually expecting his pink special top on, but he's gone with the orange one.
Well, I had the pink top on in the bonus show, so I thought I've ripped the orange this time around. But
it's getting emotional, John.
It sits on my desk, so it's sitting right beside me. So you mentioned the trophy, so I thought I'd bring it. It's a beautiful trophy gifted by Marios. One of the things that Marios does go over on a board for us when we're in Crete. So
it's much bigger than the two I've got, though.
Have you got smaller ones?
I got small. I got wee trophies, as you guys still call it.
But he does have multiple trophies.
That is true. And to be fair, John helped me get my suitcase off. There wasn't any space left in my suitcase.
There was not. My back almost. Your back was done, so that's why I lifted it. My back almost got done. So.
Sorry, got to tell this. My back was overweight. So I asked John, can you please come and help me get at least lifted? Because it was really heavy. It was over 30 kilos. And John says, don't worry. I'll take some stuff out. So I took my toothpaste out, my gel, whatever. Just see if we can get shave some weight off. John says, I'll bring your case down. Just go downstairs, wait for me. I'll bring it down. And he actually brings my case down, but it actually, my case just ripped apart on the seams.
Yes, there was that much weight at the handle in the case.
We had to bandage my case before we actually could move. So John's back got damaged and my case just broke. So there wasn't even room for a trophy this year, Graham, for me.
Okay, there's plenty of room in mines for it.
That's okay. If we win it next year, you can take the trophy. It's fine. No, but congratulations. We were talking about the food, the ultimate thing. Casper Rice is 60K though. I mean, I was looking at these prices. So when you went away for like a week and a half on these events, you come back, you look at the prices more in depth. Suddenly you see Putellas for 350K. And I'm like, wait, what happened here? Some of these prices are still very high, but there are. I saw the team of the year, Jamal was. No, it's not cheap, but 4 million? Much cheaper than I thought he would be, for example.
Yeah, it's really cheap considering that his foot birthday is dearer now than his team of the season. But then his foot birthday is obviously 5-star, 5-star. I think it has some better stats, and you can obviously pick again the play styles to suit you. But this one, you're obviously limited to what they give you. Obviously, some of the prices do normally drop at this time of the year, but obviously, just they're coming back into packs again. People try and sell off to gain the most coins. So that's it. There's some cards that it's pretty good. It's like you'll pick up some decent cards for less now. Palovic is 15K. Ramon's only 22K. So there's some bargains in there.
Nico Paz is 180. So,
yep, another bargain.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, I quite like this week because if you felt unlucky in the past 5 weeks, this is your week. You get at least something that's very much usable, right? Even if the next promo is already coming on the corner. But I think this is fine. What I really like this week, though, Graham, and I'm going to give you the word to talk about it, is the SBCs that came out.
The end of the era cards.
Yeah.
So obviously every cycle we get the celebration of players who have achieved legendary status at clubs as they leave the clubs or retire. So we've been sort of over flooded with them because normally it's very staggered or one or two at a time. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 today, plus an objective. So we have obviously Mo Salah being the biggest one. Obviously the most expensive one as well. We've got Julian Brandt, we've got Andy Robertson, Leon Goretzka, Ricky Van Wolfswinkel. So there's a whole host of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool now.
Yeah, if you've got the fodder to do somebody like a Salah, given that EA's 96 cards, I think, maybe more.
No, it's more than that. It's 396 cards.
396.
If you say it slowly, it's not that bad though.
Yeah. If you say it quick.
Jeez.
Yeah, so a few of them are okay rated and priced, but some of them, like Salah's, is mental, given how many cards you'll need.
Yes, although if you compare this to the coins it costs, 1.6 million, if you would buy this, that's not such a bad price for a card like this either, you know? So the problem is, though, for me, it is so extremely tedious to go at this. Plenty of time to do it. That's not even the issue and stuff. Price, I think it's actually fine. But if I click it and I see so many 90 rated scores, I'm like, it's not that hard to do. But if you don't have any automatic, non-legal apps to help you here, it is such a slog to get one card going. And we've discussed this when we were on the Crete event. There were a couple of people that had an app that just pushed all the players in, and you just give some rough outlines, and they just toss it in, and they complete the SBCs for you. Which was like, hey, you got this cool player, 12 SBCs in it, and it's done in like 3 minutes. If you do this manually, that's not a fun thing to do. Just that is mostly my issue. Like, how many? This is 36 squads, right? Yeah, 36.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the fact alone that I gotta, if you don't use something illegal, like an app, which it should be in the game mostly, but 36 times, what is it? 5 minutes at least, if you're fast, if you're smart.
Give or take.
Oh, you can watch the Champions League final at the same time and have fun. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can fly to Crete in the same time, actually.
I know which one I'd rather do.
While flying, but that's unfortunate. No, I think that the SBCs need to be looked at, and there's some things we could discuss about FC27, but we're not doing into rumor territory nor spoilers in this podcast. But this has to change. I think price is fine. Card looks absolutely stunning, but I can't even blame people who are like, oh, let's do this SBC app to do this, because oh my lord, is this going to be one slog to get through?
I agree.
Graham is thinking, like, is it that bad?
It is bad, given how many blocks there is to do. I said on our Discord, there's a case of careful what you wish for. I've said it quite a few times this cycle of the game, where last year a lot of people complained cards were too easy to obtain, like straight away, too cheap, not special enough. So then EA's went, well, watch this. Obviously, Fodder's a bit dead as well, so they're trying to make it worth the value. And with Fodder being dead, you've got to make the blocks bigger. But like you said, it should be a smaller amount. It should be easier to do, but it's just one of the things. If you want them, you'll do them.
Yeah, probably. They are missing one legendary player in this. This is what do we call these? It's like the legacy SBCs, right?
Yeah.
And there's no Raheem Sterling legacy SBC at Feyenoord. That's awkward. Oh, sorry. Too soon?
Listen.
Soon.
Too soon. Oh, that's my one open wound this year and this season. But hey, let's not go there. Sorry, that joke had to be made. And also, no, let's not insult.
No,
I was thinking about where's the Harry Maguire SPC after this news, which we gave yesterday. But let's not go there either, shall we?
I know that means that card doesn't get 96 rated. They go to 93 rated, whatever it was. That card's not getting an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it's not. Any other SBCs you want to highlight here, Grim?
Obviously, Andy Robertson, legend for Liverpool, Scotland, looks really, really good as well. quite actually disappointed that they just didn't make them 5-star, 5-star, if I'm being honest as well. A lot of them are 4-star, 4-star, or 5-4, or some variation of that. But he does look really good. Unfortunately, he falls under my banned list, so I won't be getting him. But for
Why is
Liverpool,
that, Graham?
Yeah, Graham, can you expand on that, please?
just biases against people that played or support a certain club, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Rivalries are rivalries.
Dundee United, I didn't think you were that passionate about them.
No, it's
Dundee
another club
United.
in his history. But he does look really, really good. And if you're a Scotland fan, a Liverpool fan, Celtic fan, Dundee United fan, any fan that he's played for Hull City, like, I would imagine that you would do him straight away. Leon Goretzka's in there as well. He looks incredible. Looks pretty much like the complete midfielder. Not much that he can't do. Probably great in that box crasher role, given that he's got good finishing and he's got the precision header too. Obviously, Sam Folks. I know not a lot of people will go for Sam Folks. He's an objective, but I actually think he looks like he might be quite fun. Just one of these silly cards that you throw in just to try and ragdoll people. Anybody else use like?
I like Joey Veerman in here. Or not as SBC, but as a card that he got in the cards because he wasn't selected this week at the World Championship.
Mhm.
Our selection isn't even final yet, but Koeman already said he's not coming in because he hasn't like a beef with Veerman. So Veerman started complaining, and that's been a riot this week. So I do applaud EA for giving him at least an ultimate team, like get him in the ultimate Tots. That was nice of them to do. Like you're not going to the World Championship, but hey, we'll give you this. He looks surprised on the dynamic image himself, by the way, as well on that one. On a more serious note, I think Goretzka is definitely a standout player. Just wish he had 5-star weak foot though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them are just
At this stage of the game, it almost should be, right? That's the what like John, why wouldn't all these players be 5-star anyways, no matter how they are in real life?
Basically, because some of them are quite cheap. And therefore, I think it makes them, if they were 5-star, they'd have to push the price up. And I think it maybe just detracts a little bit from Ultimate Tots versus End of an Era. And I think it's just to maybe keep that slight difference. But I've done the Andy Robertson card already. He's in my Scotland team version of Ultimate Tots, replacing another special Andy Robertson. But yeah, I'm not doing many more because we're so late in the game. It'll be about some Ultimate Tots and some Scottish players for me. But there is no reason not to be 5-star, apart from potentially they would maybe be potentially better than some of the Ultimate Tots cards. And that's maybe why.
I get what you're saying. But then I just look at Putella and then I was like, 5-star, 5-star, 300k, like hands down one of the best players in game. Just give them all 5-star. I don't think, like, let me put it like this. At this stage of the game, I feel, and I've had a conversation on our Discord community this week as well. I think, I forgot who said it. Base for Tortoise said this week he got a new team going 2 weeks ago during the team of the season. 2 weeks of just playing, and he's got a full blue team with pretty cool players, and every single blue is actually really cool to use. I think team of the season can add way more value to players and see much more differentiation in teams if all players got 5-star, 5-star. That goalkeepers withstanding, of course. But why not? Because now we're saying, okay, for example, I'm going to use Goretzka because he doesn't have a 5-star weak foot. It's such a shame because that card deserves to be played. And maybe if a 5-star, 5-star in midfield, you're like, that feels weird changing that one out. So I think as much as I appreciate them giving these out, these SBC, I think they, and all the Ultimate Tots, I think every single team of the season player, every single SBC that comes out around this time of the year should just be 5-star, 5-star period. They also all have 99 stamina, so why would we care?
Especially after Fit Buff Day. They gave everybody a Fit Buff Day, 5-star, 5-star. So for me, the ceiling's already been it's been met. So why not just continue that on, especially if they're these special cards, team of the season, you're the best player in the season, these guys are legends. May as well make them really usable like the Foot Birthday cards. There's no point not to do it.
John?
I don't know. I think there's something about, like, if you're a card collector or a game player like we are, you want to sometimes just use those big names. So at the start of the game, it's about icons and heroes. As we progress, it's about some of those ultimate tots. But realistically, I'm going to Holland maybe later this year. Hint, hint. But if you look at that, I've not got really that much affiliation to Dutch teams. So for me, I would like Scottish players. There aren't that many of them. So then I'm wanting Mbappe, I'm wanting Saliba, whatever it is. You want the big names of the moment. And therefore, if you get a fantastic 5-star, great stats on a player you've never heard of, it doesn't have any attraction to play that player. You would still rather get the name because it's like a card collecting game. I want the big name, I want the big star, I want Ronaldinho, I want Neymar.
Big star. They have probably better play styles, better stats necessarily, but I think weak foot is just something. It makes players not use now, while there are really cool players for it. Like one of the most fun players in all this team is Tauvin, I think. It's the right winger, right? He's got 5-star skill moves, but he's got a 4-star weak foot. He's at 260, 250k, something like that. That card look absolutely stunning, right? But we will not actually see him being used that much, simply because you want a 5-star up still. I think that's just it's just a shame. That like Rafinha, 4-star weak foot, 120k. Make that card a 5/5. And you will see him used much more, I think. I guess the ultimate team on Barcelona players or La Liga players or whatever, and then go from there.
I do agree with that, but there will be people using a past and present Rangers team or Celtic team or Man United, and they will be using players that are 4/4 because there is no better version, but they're still not taking a 5-star that they've got no association with.
Season, if they hit a team of the season, that should be 5-star. Says the man playing 4 final players team of the season in his team with all 4-star weak foot. So there's that. I would love maybe I'm just being selfish. Talking about being selfish, it's time for the halftime, and I think it's time for us to play the top 5. So top 5, guys, this week, because we are at the end of team of the season, with the ultimate team of the season start, I've got a top 5, which is perfectly fitting for this week. So the question is the top 5 team of the season leagues this year. So the rules is I'm going to start with John this time, because we actually prepared this one. So I'm going to start with John. I'm going to say a league. You're going to put it in place 1 to 5. If you place it on a certain spot, you cannot change it anymore. And the next one has stuck with it. So if you put, for example, Premier League on 1, that means Graham can't put the next league on 1 anymore. Hopefully this makes for an interesting list. So John, I'm going to start with you, my friend. And if I find my notes, I'm going to say Bundesliga.
3.
Bundesliga on 3. Fair enough, I think. Graham, Premier League.
Could easily go 2 or 4 since she's been taken. Premier League, I'll go 2.
Premier League on 2. Fair enough. John, Serie A.
I'm going to have to go 4 for that one then.
You can basically guess what's going now, but Graham, Ligue 1. You have 1 and 5 left.
I think other than the PSG ones, is there anybody actually good in it though? I'll go 5 just for that reason. I don't think there's anybody that great out with the PSG select.
So League 1 is on 5 place.
And now if you do rest of the world, we're falling out.
No, it's the Eredivisie.
I know.
So you're going to put Eredivisie team of the season at number 1, John?
Never.
You have to, which is awfully kind of you. So Something we'll be doing from this week onwards is to make sure we put out the graphics and also put in the graphics who put that score in. So your name is going to be after the Eredivisie number 1. And I'm so glad that I'm back and you just fell straight for this trap.
That's my podcasting career over before it started.
Thank you. It is there. I've noted it. Whoa, that leads to the best team of the season division league is the Eredivisie, picked by John. The Premier League's number 2 by Graham. The Bundesliga is number 3, picked by John. League 1 is, and the Serie A is number 4 by John, and number 5 is League 1, which actually is fair. To be completely transparent in how this list was built, is that Neil makes the list, and Neil put La Liga in this list. I removed La Liga. I said it wasn't a good idea to put Eredivisie and put that one as last, and I'll start with John, and maybe he'll fall for it. And he actually did. So that was quite fun. Thanks, John, for that. I appreciate it.
That's mean.
It is maybe a little bit mean, but it is also very much fun. Talking about fun, last topic of the show. Oh, well, I wanted to say something before we continue with this. I've also experienced something actually scary when on Crete. Like absolutely something I've never experienced in my life before. And I wasn't the only one complaining about it. Well, 2 things actually. Let's not talk about the big bugs that came up to my room. That was one of them. But the other part is I have actually been watching you. We've been watching some football as well. And seeing Graham sitting next to Chris watching the amazing Rangers play.
Oh, yes.
45 minutes in, people started complaining. People came in the lobby and asked me what's going on, if they were having a fight. Which, well, obviously weren't. You guys, when you listen and watch this podcast, you see Graham sitting there, slightly smiling, always being confident and secure. And no,
I'd never seen so much steam coming from a gentleman in a long time.
The puppy eyes turned into demon eyes during those 45 minutes, Graham. I was just wondering, are you now all right? Are you doing well?
I was fine after 20 minutes after the result. I get very passionate about my team, especially when we're playing a certain level team. I generally, my thing in football is you go on the pitch and you want to win. Yes, if you're watching it, you want your team to win. You don't want your team to be bad in any tackles, any passes, no nothing. And yeah, unfortunately, my team let me down, so I was very vocal. So was Chris, my partner Rachel. Yeah, we weren't exactly happy.
You actually triggered the tsunami alarm at the pool.
That wouldn't be surprising.
Nah, just having a little laugh at you guys. I actually enjoyed watching football with you because you look like I do, not looking at the ball, looking all across the pitch, see what's going on. So I think that's fun to see. John, you guys were already champions, so there are no matches for you. So that was quite easy, right?
Yes, it was.
We have some housekeeping going on to end this show with today. Well, actually, some housekeeping. There's a lot going on since we returned, John. I don't know. Have you prepared, or shall I try to explain everything?
Oh, I haven't prepared, but yeah, I can. A couple of things. So the podcast production has been moved to a new production team, Cast and Clar. That will help deliver us, as I said in my little podcast in Crete, that will help us elevate the quality for the listeners, which should be fantastic. There'll be a large new focus on social media. Homer the Champ is also going to be social media champ. That's going to be a fantastic move for us as well to get to drive the show forward. And then, John, what's the next one?
We revamped our Discord. So our Discord looks absolutely different from this week onwards. Of course, you can join the Discord by joining our Patreon and also supporting us. We've simplified and changed the Patreon page a whole lot. So basically, we used to have 6 different tiers, and we were having lots of different, bonuses, benefits at every tier, which was because we were growing, it was getting hard to keep up with everyone. I think we did, but if we missed somewhere there, I wouldn't be surprised, right? So we wanted to change that. So we simplified the Patreon and we put it in 3 different tiers. Basically, the lowest tier gets Discord access and gets the show early. How early, you say? Well, we're also changing our release schedule. So that means this podcast will go live on a Tuesday from now on instead of the Sunday. But that means we will still be able to produce it on a Friday night, at least the raw version for the Patreon supporters. So the lowest tiers also get the early release, which makes you get this podcast 4 days prior to everyone in the public section. And I think that one is €5, £4, something like that, John. We have a second tier, and that's that we've added some tremendous benefits there. And this week we already prepared one. We'll do a bonus show. So we'll do a minimum of 2 bonus shows every single month. Those bonus shows can go off the rails, I can tell you. This week they had a 4-man show going almost an hour long. Which, of course, we don't go an hour long, and we definitely don't do 4-man shows on the Friday recording big shows. But I can see that going nuts in the future by having, I don't know, DJ parties hosted by Shaq or something. But those are fun. And in the middle tier, you get that bonus show as well. So that means possibility of 2 shows a week, or at least 6 shows a month, and you all get them early. And the bonus show will not be available on any public podcast. But now that it will not be available. Something else I think we are doing in that one is we're doing a coaching webinar every single month. One coaching webinar, I think it takes 1 to 2 hours. People can send in clips, people can send in questions, and we'll just do a live podcast sort of format as we are talking now. We'll show clips, we'll discuss it. I'll get the food coaching team back on. Archie and Nate will join. And we'll discuss help people during the food journey. Of course, this stage of the season, not expecting that to go warm, but at the start of the season, I think that's going to be amazing. That way we can help more people in the same time as we currently do. So then that we currently do. So I'm really looking forward exactly to look at that. And we have a final tier because the events are getting very popular. Luckily, I think that's good. But it also means the more people come in, the more costly it gets for the company to actually take on the burden of that. So the highest tier is now also the tier that not only get the bonus show and all the different things from it, but the highest tier also gets the access to the events. Of course, you get your name shouted out, you get credits, etc. Everything is in there. Plus, you get a nice, cool, shiny logo on the Discord. But everything's on patreon.com/food-and-review. Go check it out. There's 3 tiers left. Pretty easy to see, pretty easy to spot. One thing I should say about Patreon and the app is, which I found very eye-opening to hear, is that if you are going on your iPhone and you go to the app and you want to subscribe through the iPhone app for Patreon, Apple just says, okay, it's nice that we do this transaction, so we'll take a little bit of a cut. Since we're not that big of a company, we are not paying that cut. It will actually be added on top of your subscription. So if you would say you sub for the highest tier, your subscription might actually be 50% higher if you do it directly to the Apple payments. Not the Apple payments, but the Apple app. So if you just go to the website, foodandreview.com, you log in there, then you subscribe. It is far cheaper. We get the same cut. Patreon takes the same cut, but there's nothing going to Apple. And then you can just take the app, log in with the same data, and you're fine. You just can use everything, you can see everything, but you're paying half of it. So please subscribe. If you subscribe, please subscribe. But also, please do yourself a big favor and don't give Apple anything extra. We are very much an Apple-friendly show, and they support us very much on this, doing this. But I think it's just bad business taking those extra fees for doing actually nothing extra. So
yeah, the great.
We don't see that. So I was warned on that on the show. Like people sitting on a table, people paying different prices, and I was like, "Oh, why do you guys pay different price? That's weird." And we found out that way. So I think that's sneaky business. We don't get anything extra from it. So please go to the website, patreon.com/food-and-review. Subscribe there, then download the app. Make sure you're logged in. And if you combine your Patreon app, log in with your Discord, you get automatically access. It gives you right to the correct tiers. Everything's upgraded. But the most thing I'm very happy with is, of course, the investments. Hear me. The involvement from Kast en Klaar, which means we will have a proper podcast company pushing the product. And I think maybe not this week, but in the next week, you'll definitely see new graphics, new ways of promoting, foodandreview.com has been completely reworked, John. So that's live as well. You can check out the team. Every single show you can check out. There's videos, and there's just a digital player. So you can go there and just play it through the website. There's a blog as well, which will be updated weekly. And there will be a weekly newsletter soon enough. So I think the show is getting some push. Some necessary, refreshment, but also necessary good. There's just one thing I'm a little bit sad about, John and Graham, and that is that we also had a chat with everyone in the team, reworked all the rules. The good news is, as you might have noticed on the bonus show, Nathan is definitely back. Shaq is definitely back, although he was just on holiday, so we knew he would be back. Artyom is definitely back. So is Ingvi. He's on his way back, so hopefully he'll join us next month. The only thing we will be missing, the only one who will be missing dearly next season is going to be Daniel. So Wimby, life picked up. He's he's always been a grown man, but he's a big family man. He has everything neatly in order, but that leaves us with no time to actually play foot or do much podcasting work. So I thought we were fairer for everyone. If we said our goodbyes, he's still part of the Discord. He still supports us. He's still there. You can still chat to him. He probably still plays. All in good conscience, all in good faith. We're still talking to each other. So you might actually hear some voiceovers from him in the coming months as well, because he still wants to help us with that. But he's not going to be hosting any shows anymore. But the rest of the team will be back. We'll be recording every Friday night live, which you can join. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you can actually check that. We'll be releasing every Tuesday, but if you're a Patreon, you'll get that show on a Friday. But last, but definitely not least, the big announcement. We're going to stop making food content for a little while. We're going to stop making food content from June the 1st to the end of the month because, Graham, what we're going to do?
We are going to cover the World Cup in the USA, Mexico, and Canada.
We definitely are. We are going to cover the World Cup in a spectacular way with at least 2 shows a week, but I can actually see that happening a lot. Of course, we've got an Australian on our team. We've got Scottish people on our team. We've got a Dutch on our team. English people on the team. So there's plenty of space to cover multiple angles. Actually, we got a hook in the Dutch broadcast company, which is broadcasting the World Championship. So there's a reporter there, which is in direct contact with me, and we should be able to get either him on or get some behind the scene information from the matches he reports. So that's going to be cool. We'll talk tactics. We'll talk results. We'll talk passion. Maybe you'll see Graham. I don't know if he responds the same way during Scotland matches, but maybe we'll have to broadcast a live watch along. That could be fun. But most important, from June 1st, so we'll do one more show about foot. Then we'll do minimum of 4 weeks of World Cup fully content. The show is called Footy in Review. You'll still be on the same feed. We'll just get a new logo for 4 weeks or so. Footy in Review. Support us there, join us there, because I'm looking forward to the World Championship now.
Come on, Scotland.
Yeah. But basically, for everyone listening and watching, it should sound better. It should look soon enough better. The website's been updated. The biggest change you will see is that our logo on the cover of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., is changed because Food Coaching is not longer our supported production partner, so to speak. But that's going to be Kast and Klaar, so there's going to be a new logo on that. And just a little more shiny, a little bit bigger. But that's the most difference I think many people will see from day one. Any questions, concerns, just send us an email. Go to Food and Review, leave us a message. We used to have like an email address, but you can now go to foodandreview.com. There's a contact form. Just put it in. You can, on the main screen, there's a big voice, like a microphone button. You can click it. Just drop us a voice message. We'll get that message in our email. So you can send us questions, remarks, feedback, comments, anything. Just put it in there and we'll definitely hear it. And of course, Spotify, please sending in those comments because I love seeing them. And I've been talking way too much, John, so anything you can add, my friend.
No, I think you've covered all the main stuff, John. It's an exciting time ahead, and we're all glad to be part of the journey.
Graham, anything from you to add there, mate?
No, just everything you just said, same as John there. Exciting changes, exciting times, so onwards and upwards.
The most fun thing I changed, and we got a lot of boost on the servers going on on Discord server. That means every new tier gets like a new fancy colored shiny name tag on it. I think that's what enthusiastic to people the most people are having fun with those new names now.
It's the small things.
It is the small things. We'll be back next week with episode 738. And then we'll start our amazing journey in football. And of course, we'll never go away. We are almost at 750 episodes. We're going to do another 750. But like we said before, like we said when we were on the trip in Crete, we want to do the right things right. So we'll go quality first. So no more 2 steady shows a week, 1 show a week, 1 bonus show every 2 weeks at the minimum. And just make sure they sound good, they are good, they look good. And hopefully they bring you much fun as well, because that's also very important. But I had one more joke to make, but I can't because I promised John I would shut up about this one. So sorry, John, I will not mention it.
Please don't. Yes.
I was so close to making another joke.
No. You sat up and you stood up and you said to everybody at Crete, "I will no longer make a joke about this," and then followed it up with a joke about it.
It is true, but I won't do it anymore. If you was wondering what the joke was, you should join us for the next event, and I'll tell you over a beer or a glass of wine.
Or join the Discord, just message me and I'll tell you what it's all about.
That's also fair bet. Guys, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for putting up with our changes. Thank you for putting up with us for 737 episodes, upwards and onwards. See you next week. But for now, it's time for us to drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
You.
T.
You.
T.
You.
T.
You.
T.
T.
T. In view.
You.
T.
You.